So a private equity basically, this is a company which invests in unlisted securities, right? It buys or sells securities, buys security for companies which are not listed. They put money into startups, or companies which are at a growth stage. So private equity guys are doing that. There are a lot of profiles available in private equity, which has got similar kind of work profile that is there in a normal equity research profile. But obviously, there are differences. It's not completely the same things. Uh, i- so when I say private equity, I am actually including the venture capitalist and the family offices all into this. I'm not talking just about private equity. I'm talking about all other similar related profiles. So what are you going to do here? Find out investment opportunities and put the money there. So it is typically what a buy side guy will do, right? A buy side equity research guy also does the same thing, but they do it for listed company. You will be doing it for private companies. In terms of available opportunities, large private equity firms are there, venture capitalist firms are there, family offices are there, right? There are large family offices available. For example, simple example is like the Hero MotoCorp is there, right? The first family or the family which owns the company, they also have a separate investment company, which their own family office companies, which are investing in other companies, right? They could be investing in startups, small companies also. So both sets of domestic and outsourced are available. Also, you have got opportunities with small private equity firms, which may be location centric or which are doing on a particular industry. Those private equity boutique firms are also there, and they are mostly domestic, and it is easier to get into this. Now, private equity is as difficult as a equity research buy side. So this is what is the profile that you work on, and places where you can get. What you can become, or where you can grow. Obviously, you can start at the analyst level and grow to the partner level. So private equities typically are LLPs, registered as LLP. So you can become the partner of those private equity. You From private equity, there is a lot of opportunity to shift to consulting role. This also is one place where a lot of people, after taking experience with private equity, set up their own firms, right? For me, it is as good as investment banking or buy side equity research, but similarly, it is challenging to get into those profiles. But um, compared to, let's say, investment banking or equity research, buy side equity research, it is slightly easier to get into this, at least with the boutique firms, smaller firms. Skill set is the same thing. Okay, if you look at the skill set again, the all the profiles that I have spoken about have got similar skill sets, right? Financial modeling is one common thing. Apart from that, valuation becomes also one common thing, except for one or two profiles. Communication presentation becomes important in some of the profiles. Here, in a private equity, getting sector expertise or some understanding of multiple sectors could be your advantage of getting into this. So, for example, when I did my articleship as a chartered accountant, I worked on a lot of different kinds of companies in different industry. So that gave me exposure to multiple sectors. So if you have such kind of exposure to multiple sectors, it could be easier to get into such profile. One of the key things that is required, I did not talk about it when we spoke about investment banking or maybe buy side equity research, but I'm talking about here is networking. So as you grow into this profile, networking becomes very important, because on one side you are networking with investors, people who will put their money, and on the other side you are networking with companies where you can put the money. So these investors will give you the money, and then you have to deploy the money in the companies. So This is very important as you grow into the profile. So in terms of the kind of job opportunities available here, you see here, they typically ask you for some private equity or investment banking. So as I said, kind of similar profiles, or the work you do is very similar. And they're asking for tier 1 MBA college. So they are looking at in IIMs and all those things, or maybe in terms of CA rankers, they are looking for. Uh, this is more of a profile where there is a possibility to get in. This is a outsourced kind of a profile that is there. This is more of a buy side, proper buy side kind of work. This is not exactly completely buy side, but it is doing similar kind of job opportunity. So the requirements are slightly lower. So this is what I had to cover today. Broadly, what we covered today is the whole recruitment process. The purpose of that discussion was to ensure that you are well prepared when you go for a particular interview, or when you are applying for job opportunities. You are well prepared for this. We went into multiple profiles and talked about those profiles, because you need to have perspective in terms of where should you apply, what should you look at, where you have the highest chance of getting into, and where the chances are not so high. So you should have the right expectation with the profile. If you have any questions, I can take up. I will be more than happy to take up questions. Okay. So if there are no questions, it's okay. We are going to continue with this session tomorrow. Tomorrow, what we are going to do is actually work with work with understanding of how to build a resume, and how to prepare for your interview. We'll also include how to search for jobs, because this is one thing that a lot of people have come back and said that, sir, um, I don't know how to search for the jobs, or whatever jobs I'm applying, I'm not getting any response from the job. I don't understand what kind of job should I apply for and what I should not apply for. So we will try and ponder about over those things in the session tomorrow. If you still have questions, I am available. We can talk. We can take those questions. We will also, yeah.
Consultancy and what investment banking does, advisory, all those comes under one.
So they may be doing similar kind of stuff, but when we say consultancy, when I say the advisory work that the investment bankers do, they typically focus related to the financial aspects. The consulting guys will not just look at the financial aspect, they will cover a larger area, from finance to marketing to HR to operations. They will try and cover all of it.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions? If you are looking for any advice, career advice, I will be more than happy to help you with that also.